Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Midhani Limited Q2 FY22 earnings conference call hosted by ICICI Securities. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone telephone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Abhijit Mitra from ICICI Securities. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yes, thanks, operator, and good afternoon to all the participants, and thanks for joining in. We are here to discuss Q2 FY22 results of Mishra Dhatu Nigam Limited. We have from the management Dr. Sanjay Kumar Jha, Chairman and Managing Director, and Mr. Gauri Shankar Rao Naramshetty, Director of Finance and Chief Financial Officer. So without further ado, I hand it over to Dr. Jha for his opening remarks. Over to you, Dr. Jha.
Okay. First of all, I welcome all the investors, and just I would like to start from our result. In fact, if you see our Q2 result and compare to the Q1, there is a substantial improvement in all the parameters in terms of revenue, VOP, EBITDA, PBT, PAT, every aspect parameters. There is significant improvement. It was earlier last year also, because last year also if you see the Q1 2021 and Q2 2021, there was a lot of change and improvement in Q2 compared to Q1. The reason being obvious, well known, that in Q1 of last financial year also we had the COVID lockdown, and this year also Q1 was affected badly because of COVID second wave. But then the problem is, it is not that the difference is that whatever we have learned from because the first wave was lot of things were unknown to us, and it was the first time. Very difficult to manage the things, and we had to do a lot of planning, and our steps were very, very carefully to plan our activities. But in the Q1 of this financial year, well, without even though there was second wave, we could able to perform well compared to the previous financial year, because we are knowing how to work, and even in spite of the lockdown, we managed to operate certain equipments, and that's why our VOP side, if you see, there is a substantial increase. If I take the half-yearly result of last financial year to this financial year, there is an increase of around 17%, 18 is there. So that type of 25%, yeah, in fact it is 25%. 25% increase is there in the VOP. So it also indicates that that this is the one thing which company has, and not only Midhani, across the thing it has moved. Only aspect is that we have half-yearly result. If you see, the revenue growth is only around 9% from the previous half-yearly result. Mainly because you know that our products takes a lot of time for getting converted into the sales, because we have a niche area of our business, and there you need a lot of processing steps are there. So this is one thing which as the revenue has to that side. And coming to that, another challenge was that how we can quickly start our ongoing projects. Because I have been interacting with all of you from last couple of years, and we have seen that there is a lot of anxiety from the investors that what is the investment is going to give the output for the company. So now I could tell that there is a number of lot of developments took place during this period, and one very important project was called the White Plate Mill. There we have got a lot of success now, and it is in the commissioning stage. And during the commissioning itself, we have started doing some business. Of course, it is a very small at present, but the initial indicators are very good that equipment is performing. And also we have a significant increase, change in our project status or in armor facility. There also, we in fact, last month itself we have booked around 5 crores worth of order for that facility also, and we are hopeful that in next couple of months that production also will be coming out from that facility. So this is the overall status for the company. And in addition to that, as this company is known for R&D, innovation, and making India Atmanirbhar in different type of products. So with that type of our commitment, during this period, a lot of indigenization also took place. And there I would like to mention that we did that steam generator tubings also we have made for our nuclear power application. That was also made by us and supplied. We have also developed a different type of special steel which is being used for oil and gas industries, and it is in fact going for the export. So in the export front also, the company has done exceedingly well. In fact, if you see the quarter, our half yearly result, this is the highest ever export we have done so far in that quarter 2. So this is one good indication from the export side. We also we feel that there is a good opportunity in the export market for the company, and we have an ambitious plan to increase the export. In fact, last year there was growth of around 80% from the previous year. Of course, base was very low for the initial export value, so we had a growth of around 86%. But this year also growth will be good. I am expecting that export also will pick up, and will be in the export front also in the good business. This is the one part. Then coming to that human resources side, you know that today COVID is the very main norms for any industry, how you are able to overcome the menace of this COVID-19. And in that also Midhani has done exceedingly well. In fact, now our 99% of our staff is vaccinated. We had a massive vaccination program. So from that front also we have company has done exceedingly well. So these are the different areas, and the opportunities are there now today for different defense indigenization programs are there in the country. So we are very much attached to that. And also we have certain requirement of let's say armor plates, steel. So there also we have opportunity, and we are trying to see that how best we can perform there. And in addition to that, diversification, as I have told that our white plate mill we have started from supplying to railway, and those plates are going for making the LHB coaches for in Integral Coach Factory, Chennai. So like that, this is the type of our involvement in different activities, and I'll be sharing the informations as and when to the investors when our white plate mill is getting fully commissioned, because this mill requires a lot of different types of permutation and combination. So this mill is very versatile, and it can roll varieties of products right from a carbon steel. It can go to high-end nickel-based alloys, titanium alloys. So it's very unique of its kind, and in India it is the first mill of this type caliber. So these are the different highlights coming out from the company, and now I am leaving it to the investors, and I'll be more happy to give the answer rather than giving the all other status about my company.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may enter star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If your questions have been answered and you wish to withdraw yourself from the queue, you may enter star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask a question, you may enter star and one. We have the first question from the line of Bhagyesh Kagalkar from HDFC Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Yeah, actually, my first question is regarding the white plate mill itself, sir. Can we see a substantial amount of revenue next year? And then the second question is 1370 odd crores order book, the breakup in defense and space, and what is the outlook in both sides, defense and space, as well as the margin outlook?
Are you talking about this the business in the next year, next financial year for the white plate mill, is it not?
Yes.
So white plate mill is basically the capacity of this plate mill is 30,000 tons per annum. And initially the first year I expect that will be starting with, let's say, around 60%, 70% of its capacity. Now in this 30,000 tons, it depends on the product mix, that what value of products you are going to sell. So the consignment which I said that we have sent to the railway, there our margin will be very less. In fact, it is running with very small margin, because initially our idea was to do the testing of the equipment, and for that purpose we have to do lot of trial rollings. So in this case we have not anticipated any revenue as such, but then the quality of the product which he has made, it has started coming good. So that's why we have supplied to the railway. Now our other grades which are of the high end, like stainless steel, titanium alloys, super alloys, so there the rolling is planned and mill is under the testing, and I hope that by this quarter end I will be getting most of the information to be ready. Okay. And once we are ready with all the products portfolio, then we will plan that which sector we should target. And definitely our aim will be to go for high-end products, but the high-end products, that quantity volume will be very less. So we have to see that we have to also increase the volume as well as the high-end products also. So with that type of commitment, our marketing is working, and I will be sharing you the information. But definitely I expect that this year itself we have planned around 100 crores worth of business from that facility. But that is only, I am targeting maybe only 4 or 5 months, because a lot of other inputs I have to manage. In fact, we have to also infuse some working capital, because these products are not going to have a market where I can get a customer who can give me the order for a longer period. So you have to supply within very short time. So certain amount of working capital also, or inventory you have to maintain, then only we can be in the market. So we are working towards that. So business model is all being worked out. But this is what our plan is, that next year when we are confident of all the grades, I will definitely give the product mix and I will be communicated to you.
Okay.
But right now we have the indications of going for mainly for low alloy steel and also some stainless steel for different customers.
Okay, sir. And the breakup of the current order book?
Order book currently we have around 1400 crores.
Yeah.
And breakup is around, I think, I am not getting the exact figure, I will tell you. So this I will communicate to you. But approximately I am seeing around 50% around we have supplied. Business is there. But in the order book it will be around 55. This is sales figure. And we will be giving you that figure. I'll share this information to you. This figure we will share with you, but it will be around majority today also the space only we have, and defense is picking up. So I'll just try to answer here. Out of 1400, precisely it is 1382. We have around 863 crores from space. Then we have around say it's 300 to 400 crores around from the defense and aerospace, and balance others. So it is going to be around 60% is in space, and around 30% coming from the 35% in the defense sector, defense and aerospace, and balance you have others. This is the distribution.
Okay, and on the margin trajectory?
Margin trajectory, I will leave it to our Director of Finance will reply.
Yeah, presently, wherever Mithani's products like titanium alloy, special steel, where we are only the producer, and majority of the production, there we have good margin, and that's why we are able to maintain our PBT at 24% for this quarter. And overall, we are maintaining at the same level of 23%. Coming to other what CMD sir was telling about this low alloy steels, where the competition is more, definitely margins will be less. Even though margins will be less, we are also seeing, since we have a capacity, utilizing the capacity, I can increase even the volume, even though margins are less, with the increasing the volume, I will get the absolute terms, more PBT I will generate. I am also looking both the aspects. One is my increase in margin. The second one is increase in volume, so that my absolute terms I will increase my revenue, and as well as absolute PBT also, PBT or PAT.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
We have the next question from the line of Pritesh Chheda from Lucky Investment. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the opportunity and season's greetings. Sir, on the existing capacity, when do you think you will hit the peak utilization? Because you're still underutilized on your existing capacity by at least 25%. So when do you think, and we are kind of stagnated at a certain revenue for like quite a number of years, whereas the existing capacity can churn out 1,000 crore odd revenue. So where are we on that phase?
Yeah, we are very much on track. In fact, for revenue, last year itself we have seen that even though our VOP was less because of COVID and all last financial year, we could increase our revenue by 15%. So I expect this year also the revenue generations will be not less than 15. In fact, we are targeting for beyond 20 plus. So let's see, and we are right. We are on the path of doing that. But we'll communicate you as and when we get that achievement. But we have, as you said, that stagnation is already. We have broken the jinx last financial year. You might have seen from 713 we have gone to 813 crores. So definitely now we are on the upward trend only. We will go upwards.
Sir, when you say 20%, so have we shared any revenue target with the ministry for FY22?
Yeah, we have shared with the ministry, and it is already under. It has not been formalized yet. So once it is getting formalized in the form of MOU, I'll communicate to you. It has under consideration now, and in fact, ministry has not. Whatever we have given, they are not accepted, and they are going to review it. So once we review it, I'll communicate to you.
And sir, on the plate mill side, when do you think you will hit peak utilization in plate mill? And for this project of, it was a 500 crore project, if I recall, as CapEx. But when I saw the capital work in progress number at the end of H1, it is higher than 500 crore. So is the specs of this project revised over 500 crore, or we have taken some other capital expenditure program also, which is reflecting in CWIP?
No, I think we are talking about the capex.
What your observation on you are seeing the balance sheet where the CWIP is more than 500 crores.
Yeah.
In addition to the wide plate mill, we have other projects like we have started a project at Rohtak. The Rohtak project is there, and to meet the capacity utilization and balancing, we are also going for a WIM 8 tons. where additional facility will come. There also we have invested nearly some 60 crores and odd. So these investments also all these assets will become for a capitalization during this period. So that's why it is more than 500 crores. And some balance payments also is there.
And when will plate mill hit peak utilization? And do we have to source a business from scratch, or do you think that there is already some business available and the plate mill utilization or ramp up can be fast?
I'll just try to answer the question in the perspective of the plate mill. See, this plate mill is a customer-funded facility, and it was given mainly to make as a strategic facility, so that and that time the business viability of this plant was not considered because it was meant for the strategic application. However, once we have started the project, we decided that we will also use it in the full commercial scale. So you can say that it was not a full business plan was not available before going for this facility. However, over the period of time, we have worked out, and utilization part fully, as I said initially itself, it depends that how we are going to make the product mix. Because this mill is having a tremendous capacity, and if we can get a good market of the high-end alloys, where the possibility is there, we can definitely get the good business from that. But how much and when, I'll try to answer in a different way, that we are now the provisional acceptance of the equipment itself. We are planning by I think by mid of the last quarter, maybe around fourth quarter, we'll be getting the provisional clearance. So after that, we'll see that how much we can utilize. So meanwhile, we have also booked the order of around, not booked fully, but we are expecting order flow of around 50 crores from this mill as on today. But I expect that something more will come as and when we are ready. So this is how the business is there, but it will take at least 1 year time to stabilize to come to its full capacity.
1 year time to reach full capacity?
Yeah.
And when it is commercially operational, because it is still in CWIP, so when it is time?
That is in the fourth quarter. Once stabilization is happening, it will be commercial will be there. That where the percentage of utilization, it depends on my internal material generation, which presently I am getting it done outside, and further low alloy steel and stainless steel, which I will do additionally to meet the capacity of the WPM.
And what will be the margins in this business?
Business margin, I think at this stage, again, difficult to say. It depends on the product mix. As I said, right now I am supplying some plates to the railway. So there the margin is a very competitive bidding. So that margin is very, very less. And it is also, that most of the order will come to the competitive bidding. And second part is the export. If I am trying to also find out the possibility of doing the exports, so there also the market is highly competitive. So margin we don't expect very high in this mill as on now. But as we progress and if we get some good niche market, it is possible to do. And it is not only the plate, we will do some value addition also. Like let's say for armored steel, we will make the plates, but that still if I am using for making the armoring of the vehicles, supplying some of the components for our armed forces in form of Machan, different types of armor protection facility will be there. Products can be made. So for that purpose, it will be very useful. So I can combine this with the Rohtak facility, make the plates here, and then do some value addition in our Rohtak facility, and that also will be doing some good business.
So, sir, can it be what you are earning today at whatever 20-30% margin on your 500 crore gross block that you have today, and you do 2-time asset turn? Will this investment of 500 crore be similar or inferior in terms of margin and asset turn?
I don't think it is inferior. It is a very good investment, I will say. But as I told that how we are able to utilize it effectively, that depends on that.
As we rightly said, another thing, this wide plate mill is a customer-funded project. Customer-funded projects means my customers are there, they need some plates. For this facility is given. Nearly out of 500 crores, 450 crores is funded by the customers. Today, for their customers, whatever steel, special steels I am making, I am sending it outside, outsourcing, where I am paying huge money. By rolling in my inside the plant, I will save that whatever outsourcing cost and also transportation cost from Midani to my outsourcing agency and return, further time saving. See here, three elements are there. In these three elements also, company will save money indirectly. It is not margin. Whatever expenditure I am incurring, there will be a saving. That is also one aspect here.
Customer funded means at a later stage this 450 crores will come to you, or it has already come to you as advance?
It is already given.
Okay.
Out of 500 crores, whatever Midani investment is only 50 crores as of now, another 60 crores will come, but 450 crores is customer funded only.
So which means that there is a ready business available, and once you
Yes.
commercialize, the ramp up can be fast, right? At least that
Only the volume of the business is very less, because in the defense and aerospace sectors, the volume is very limited today, and as the growth of the industry is picking up, we expect that business also will pick up.
Okay.
But in addition to that, we are also trying to do in the commercial segment where there is a lot of competition. And that competition is coming in the area of, let's say, railways. We are also seeing like for seeing the plate for the LNG, natural gas pipelines. So there are certain areas where their margin will be less. We cannot expect the margin, very high margin there, because it is a very highly competitive market, and there we have to compete. And initially to launch our products, probably I have to give some leverage to the customer, some discount also I have to give. Then only I can enter in the market. So these are the challenges we are trying to address one by one. And then based on that, we will come to you that how much we will be getting the output from that.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you very much, and all the best to you, sir. Thank
you. Yeah.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Viraj Mithani from Jupiter Financial. Please go ahead. Mr.
Yeah, audible.
Yes, sir. My regarding the other expenses, which is short up in this quarter. What would be the reason for that?
Other expenses, you see the higher values. Is it not? Hello?
Hello? Yeah. Am I audible, sir?
Are you talking about increase in other expenses?
Yeah.
It has come from subcontracting.
Okay.
I will explain. See, other expenses, this is two items. Now you know the prices of petrol. See, Midani will run with LPG and electricity. The LPG costs have increased, so other expenses have gone up. Further, Midani has taken up a new...
Hello?
Excuse me, management, we are unable to hear you.
Hello?
Sir, just give us a moment. Give us a moment. I'll just check the line. Thank you.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are requested to stay on hold until we get on hold with the management. Thank you.
तुम्ही ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्याने तुमच्या कॉलला तुम्ही ज्या व्यक्तीशी बोलत आहात त्याने तुमच्या कॉलला होल्डवर ठेवला आहे. कृपया लाईनवरच राहा. The person you are speaking with has put your call on hold. Please stay on the line. आप जिस व्यक्ति से बात कर रहे हैं उसने आपकी कॉल को होल्ड पर रखा है. कृपया लाइन पर बने रहें. तुम्हें
Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the management reconnected. Please go ahead, sir. Sir, would you like the participant to repeat their question?
Yeah. If because it got disconnected in between, so better let them repeat.
Sure. Mr. Mithani, could you repeat your question, please?
Yes, sir. My question was that the other expenses have increased from 49 crores to 75 crores in this quarter. What are the major components in it? Is it going to be a regular feature or we have made some measures to control it?
So, see, in these other expenses, there are two elements where the increase is there. As I am explaining, during that the line has cut. Actually, this LPG, main usage by in Mithani, main usage is LPG and electricity. The LPG prices comparatively is gone up. By earlier it is 36,000, now it is running at 47,000. That means nearly 30% increase is there, more than 30%. And when there is a production increase, automatically consumption of LPG also will go up. That is one element. Because of that, there is nearly some 8 crores increase there. Further, this time, as I said, we have made a new supply of SG tubes to BHEL, which we have, for that input material was generated by us, produced by us, and this was given to the outsource for making tubes. For that also, 50% of cost goes for a conversion. Because of that cost, and also as our wide plate mill is now it is commissioning, we have get it outsourced activity. In that outsourced activity itself, we have incurred nearly 25 crores extra. This is the major amount. Whereas in other expenses, there is no increase.
So will it be a regular feature or on going quarters it will start tapering off?
And I expect it will get tapering off because you see that now whatever is talked about the outsourcing cost and one way that we may be saving the outsourcing cost also by utilizing our white flake mill. And at the same time, I expect now that beyond this, if the LPG cost still goes higher, we cannot say that we control. But we have some saving from the electricity. Our electricity cost has come down because of our captive our captive power plant is there for solar power is there. So from there we are getting some saving. And
okay. Hello. Hello.
Participant, please stay connected. We have lost the line for the management. Kindly stay connected. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Chorus Call operator. We now have the line for the management reconnected. Please go ahead, sir. Mr. Mithani, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. You'll have to repeat your question again.
Yeah, my question was other expenses. So, and it would be a continuous feature or would start tapering off? That was my question to the management.
I think we have already answered that question.
Okay. Yeah.
And just I would like to repeat further that basically it was in the area of two aspects, that LPG, which is used as a main fuel for our heating of the materials. Okay. And the second part is coming from the outsourcing. So both the things have come mainly because of outsourcing is because of one unique product which we have developed along with a industrial partner which is in also work in the Government of India company. and it is nuclear fuel complex, Hyderabad. So with them we have developed, and basically in this development, what has happened that they ask the money before we sell the product. Okay. So this is the type of arrangement we have. They take in advance. So we have given that type of money to them. So we are appearing there. But this contract is getting now over. We have taken for maybe one contract we'll be doing in this year also, this quarter also. We have taken the supply of 3 sets. And 3 sets, out of 3 sets, 2 sets already we have supplied. And now 3rd set is coming in this quarter also. After that, we are not having that type of work.
And this is further, as I explained, LPG rates are going up. If it further goes up, the expenditure may increase. As far as we have explained earlier, since our wide plate mill is coming, this outsourcing activity also will come down. If it is come down, our other expenses includes outsourcing value. That itself is around 55 crore. So that also will come down.
Okay. And so this raw material expenses are covered by the contract with the client. Like if they suppose there's an exponential increase in the raw material cost, are we covered or we need to suffer on because of that?
No, all orders are not covered. In fact, many orders nowadays, they are not giving that type of provision for cost escalation because of the increase in raw material.
Most of the contracts are fixed price contracts.
Fixed price. Only thing is that there are some provision for the inflation in that also in the limited contracts with the space. So otherwise, all contracts today nowadays, any orders what we receive, that will be based on the fixed cost only. That day, that time, whatever cost is there, on that basis only, we will get the order.
That is the reason we will maintain the inventory also corresponding to our order, and we will see that we will not incur any escalation in the cost.
Okay. And sir, I have another 2 questions. One is regarding this, is there this offer, this OFS is any update on the OFS by the government on this, Dhani?
It is in the government purview. Government has to decide.
I have no idea on that side. In fact, the process was started long back. But today, what is the status, we don't know.
Okay. And so my last question is, even there is a lot of activity happening in the private space, private aerospace, like so Teslas and all are launching some rockets, launching low orbit satellites. Do we benefit from any development in future from this?
Yeah, definitely. We have one advantage that today in India, Mithani is the only industry where our materials are certified for aerospace applications. And once these companies are coming forward and taking our design, Indian design, definitely they have to look for the material which is already approved. But then there is other people also in this field. Customers are there, manufacturers are coming up. So there will be definitely a competition. Maybe margin may come down, but business opportunity will be definitely there. And Mithani has a very strong contender for that. And basically, I will say that especially today in titanium alloys, nobody else is there in the country. So we have that leverage advantage of getting that type of business.
So if this low Earth satellites are launched in India, then Mithani is a good chance of getting the orders from these customers, right?
Yeah, definitely. In fact, right now also whatever ISRO is going to give that launching to some private sectors recently, we have already given they have also indicated that they are going to take the material from us. So we are very much in that race, and that is going to continue with us.
Okay. So that's it from my side. All the best, and all the best for the future.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Rita Tahil Ramani from Invesco Mutual Fund. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. I just have one question. Could you help us understand what could be the order inflow for the current year, and which are the projects should we track for monitoring the order inflow for you?
first of all, the project which will be tracked, that defense, mainly in the defense sector. This year, the defense orders inflow from the defense sector will be quite, I expect will be quite good. And mainly you must have seen that a lot of satellite, missiles are there. The different type of missiles are coming up. And there we have the opportunity to get the business for the once it is going in the stage of production. So already we are partner with them in developmental stage. I know many of the missiles are there, which we cannot tell the name of the projects and all. These are all very strategic in nature, but very much in part of that. And other than that, also we have some other strategic projects. For there also things are that under the stage of development. Lot of development your company has done, and especially in the area of technology transfer. So TOT also we have absorbed for the products which is going to be manufactured indigenously in the country. But again, the project name is not possible to discuss openly and in this public domain. So these are the different sectors we are looking for that opportunities. In addition to that, we are also working in the commercial sectors, as I told, in the railway and some of the requirements we are going to fulfill, and also in the armor field. That recently our facility which is coming up in Rohtak, IMD Rohtak, for that facility we are expected that some business will get from the armor also. In fact, last year also, if you see in our sales portfolio, we have to get some sales we have made in the armor also. Every year we are doing. Last year also it was quite good business. But now I expect that with our new facility, it will again pick up. It will pick up more.
Okay. So then what could be the order inflow guidance for the core business, specifically your defense and
total order inflow so far we have already, if you see as on today, we have around 450 crores of worth of order already we have booked, and it is coming from the Navy, from energy sector, space, combined together, already 450 crores. And we are anticipating that another 400 crores already we expect that will come shortly. So it is expected on 850. But in addition to that, with our new armor facility and white plate mill, I expect another inflow of around 150 crores. So we are targeting around 100,000 crores in this year for the order book.
And how much would this be for next year? Why am I asking you this question? Because if I see for now 2 years, the order inflow has been more or less matching with the revenue, or in fact, at times even slightly lower than the revenue. So that is what I'm asking this question, because you're doing growth. So
I would also like to mention here that the order book also depends that what will be your potential to execute. Like I'll tell you earlier, we were not having potential to execute the plates for manufacturing, supplying for different sectors. Those plates were getting imported in the country. I expect that with the white plate mill coming up, those orders will start inflowing to us. Why you can say that why you are not booked right now itself all the orders. So the products which we are looking for from this facility, nobody can give the order in advance. They are looking for that, the order is given and the supply has to be done within 1 month. So that type of commitments are there, and that's where the VR company is taking a step to build some inventory for the semi-finished raw material in the semi-finished condition, so that as when the orders inflow is there, we can process and supply to the customer.
Okay.
But that area, I'll say that what is the value, how much will come, it depends on how fast we can execute, and we can satisfy the customer that yes, we are in a way to ensure that.
Oh. So at this point, it will be difficult to give a 23 guidance in terms of order inflow.
Yeah, but I have already, what I have told you about that 850 and plus another 150. 20,000 crores already it is there.
So further to our CMD, sir, I will tell you, today our order book position is 1,382 crores, and we are expecting another 400 crores from the regular business. It will become 1,782. Plus, we are expecting project mill plates and all, another 200, nearly 2,000 crores worth of order we will get. 1,300 already is there, another 700 or 1,000 if I get it will be more than 2,000. We are sure that once our wide plate mill is established and Rohtak facility also established, we can execute the order and get some more orders also. As we are telling, once we execute the orders only, some customers will give further orders.
Yeah, I got that. I got for 22. I was asking for the next year, next financial year.
Oh, next financial year.
Yes.
Okay. Very difficult to predict, right? The market is very volatile, and we are basically in the raw material sector. So we'll be getting the information with you as and when the order starts going good.
No worries. Thank you, sir, and good luck.
Facilities will be bright because my new facilities are coming. So we expect there will be a bright future to Mithani in getting the orders also.
In fact, right now, if you see India, a lot of nickel based alloys being imported. India is also importing a lot of titanium alloys. India is also importing a lot of stainless steel in the higher width region. So we are trying to fill the gap, and the volume is enormous. It is not in the hundreds, it is in thousands of crores. So that analysis already our people there, we have done that. I don't know how much we can capture. It depends that how fast we can execute the orders and what competitive rate. So we are all very much in that, and we are trying to see that best of our ability you can utilize for getting the good segment of those markets.
Got it. Thank you, sir, and good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Gokul Maheshwari from Ariga Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for taking the opportunity. My question is that in your current gross block,
Mr. Maheshwari, I'm sorry to interrupt. The audio from your line is not very clear, sir. Could you be a little loud?
Yeah, is it better now?
Yes, it's better. Please go ahead.
Okay. So the gross block from for the company is around 1,100 odd crores for the commissioning of the new facility. Given the historic asset terms of around 2x, would it be fair to say by FY24 end you could achieve revenues of close to around 2,200 odd crores?
If I understood correctly, you are asking that investment is around 1,100 crores, is it not?
That's right.
Like that?
That's right. Yes. The current gross block, including the capital work in progress.
No, that much is not there. In fact, I'll tell you, investment is not so much. We have to correct it. And also, all the investments are not going to mature at one moment of time. It will take some time. There is one part. And second part, you say that what is the turnover by FY22 is around how much?
No, I said FY24. Given the historic asset turns has been around 2x. So directionally, would you be getting to like that kind of a sales figure over the next 2 to 3 years?
Yeah, definitely. Otherwise
the company
will not.
The investment of this much 1,000 crores is never there in the company earlier. Now I am investing around 600 crores. If you see in the CWIP, which will become an asset this year and next year, I should increase my turnover also in the same way as the facilities, whatever is coming, it is new facility and an additional facility. It is not the existing business, and further new business I am venturing. Whatever Rohtak I am doing, whatever wide plate mill I am doing, whatever spring plant I am doing, these are all new facilities. In addition to that, I am also enhancing my existing facilities, where I have already Mithani is established. Which is definitely, if you say 24, we are expecting the future. It also depends on the competition and new people who are entering into the market. Australia will be there. We are aiming that only. We are towards that aim only.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact,
you are right.
In fact, our approach should be that we can prepone it, it is better. Instead of moving up to FY24, if we can go to prepone it to the FY23, it will be better.
It is also you are saying 2x. We are expecting more than 2x.
Great, sir. Great. Secondly, is what I understood from the new facility which is coming in, what you're saying is that from your core customers or the customers who've asked you to sort of put up this facility, the volumes from these customers is going to take a lot of time to ramp up. So in order to fill up the capacity, you might be taking some commercial projects which are going to be lower margin. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
So
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. So directionally, and as time passes, you would be filling up your capacity with your core customers as their volumes scale up. So if I take a more longer term view, which is more like 3 to 4 years, the margins from the newer facility will keep on improving as the mix improves.
I'll just, I'm not talking about the old customer and all, but I'll give you the facility which we have installed in this company. They are all basically very unique in nature. And certain technologies are there which we are already developing certain technology in-house. If those technologies are matured, then definitely, as you said, that will be this mill also will be working in the niche area, and we'll be getting a very good margin from there. But then at this juncture, I cannot declare that, and I cannot say it is there. But we are working towards that, and there are certain products which is being imported in the country. We know very well, and there is no competition in the country at all. And this type of products we are already developing. We are trying to develop with our in-house R&D facility.
Okay. Just lastly, and a question on the data. When you're making an investment, what's the minimum threshold IRR do you work with when you're making such a big investment?
IRR,
normally we see IRR more than 15%.
15%. 15 plus is the main.
Normally we see more than 15%. And whatever projects, if you talk about the wide plate mill, it is a strategic project. That's why customers are funded. And in all other projects, we will see at least minimum should come. And I will go, normally I work out 70-30 days. 70 debt and 30 equity. But still, I'll see normal our projects, whatever is there, debt trial is now, debt is available at what rate? It is a very lesser rate compared to earlier period. So we are taking 15% if it is coming, it is workable.
Okay, great. And with respect to the last...
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we have participants waiting in the queue, sir.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Shalabh Agarwal from Snowball Capital. Please go ahead.
So thank you for giving me opportunity. So the first question is, would it be correct to assume that most of the Gaganyaan project-related orders have already come in for us?
Yeah. Gaganyaan already order has been completely placed on us, and we are executing also, and it is moving in the right direction. There were some delays because of this COVID thing, but then it is moving already. So Gaganyaan order already everything has been placed, whatever was supposed to. Maybe the small things are coming up now, which is not very high values.
Sure. So any other big ISRO project which may come up a couple of years down the line for which we may get bulk orders? Anything expected?
I know that your recent space policy, you must have the change in the policy has come. And basically they are trying to reconcile that what will be their approach in the launching of the satellite. And with the forming of the new space India, NSIL and all, this is a public sector entity in space sector. They are taking up the major shift they are giving the major shift in the policy. and I expect that clarity will emerge in the next few months. And then you will find that a lot of private players will be coming in India, and they will be lining up for getting this launching of the satellites. So this sector is not going to stay the way it is today. I think this is going to get a great growth in the country. Whether Midhani is getting the advantage or somebody else is a question mark. But then this industry is still, there is a lot of potential is there. And India is going to be the major hub for a space launch program, space program.
Sure.
So we expect orders will come because space has got a lot of development program also.
Right.
So it is not that. And one advantage with Midhani is that we are very exclusive in their this material portfolio. So definitely, as and when the programs are decided, definitely will be getting the good business from there.
Sure. And sir, coming to your white plate mill project, it was stated that around 450 crores has already been received from customers for towards capex of the project. So just wanted to understand how it has been allocated to different customers because the project is still in the commissioning stage. So have the customers been identified and some kind of an allocation been done to get to that 450 crores?
No, it is not that. See, it has come like a grant, one-time grant to us with the certain conditions that whatever the product they need for their program, we have to support that program as a first priority. And in that first priority, we have to see that technology, because the Midhani is having the technology to process. It is not that they have gone just like that. Since we have a technology available and we have developed it since long, so based on that only they have given to us.
So this 450 crores is coming from multiple customers, right? Across multiple customers.
There is only two customers. One customer is from DRDO and another is from Ordnance Factory. That now they have come to the defense PSUs.
Okay. And so, like in coaches, you said, during the commissioning stage, we supplied the sheet to the coach factory in Chennai. So, how was the coaches being manufactured earlier? Have we replaced something?
No, they are also buying the place. It is not that Midhani is giving the first time. I have supplied earlier also, but that time this mill was not there. I used to outsource and get it done outside. So right now mill on facility. So This is a change in the business, this type of execution.
Change in the business and increase in the business because I'm able to supply.
Sure. And so just lastly, if I can squeeze one, the last year, if I look at the annual report, the fuel cost, the power and fuel cost decreased substantially despite our revenues going up from 700 crores to 800 crores. The power and electricity charges reduced from 61 to 41 crores. So was it primarily because of the solar capacity that was created because of which the power charges reduced?
Yeah, partly solar, but this last year
production also less.
Production VOP is less. So definitely that has resulted in the lower consumption of power and LPG both.
See, 1920 we did VOP.
Yeah. I have the answer to my question. Thank you, sir. Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, due to time constraints, that was the last question. I would like to hand the floor back to the management for closing comments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, in fact, I appreciate that interest shown by all the investors, and especially they are more than the present, they are looking for the future, and we are also aligning with their thought. Company is also very much interested, and since a lot of investments are getting matured and we have a lot of infusion of the capex, and we have young team and they are very committed people here. So I feel that with that type of, and also we have a very good technological base. So I feel that with this type of knowledge base and then having the commitment to do, I expect that the company will perform better in the future. and definitely we'll be very happy to answer any queries in between also. But I hope when we come to the next time, we'll have many more to offer to our customers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, members of the management. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of ICICI Securities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.